When contemplating the appearance of a serial killer, the image of an elderly lady rarely comes to mind. However, appearances can be deceiving, as exemplified by Tamara Samsonova, a modern-day Russian serial killer known as the Granny Ripper and Baba Yaga. On July 27, 2015, a couple walking their dog near an apartment building stumbled upon a disturbing find: a headless and limbless torso concealed within a large plastic bag. Surveillance cameras in the vicinity captured footage of an elderly woman disposing of a saucepan outside the building, as well as dragging a sizable garbage bag to the side of the building just 2 nights prior to the gruesome discovery. Additionally, a large kitchen knife, potentially the murder weapon, was discovered. Unbelievably, this is the chilling tale of a Russian grandmother who not only took lives, but also cooked her victims' body parts, meticulously documenting her heinous acts in a diary. So, let us delve into the dark origins of this story. Tamara Mitrofanovna Samsonova was born on February 25, 1947, in Uzhur, which now falls under the jurisdiction of Krasnoyarsk Krai in Russia. She pursued studies in both English and German at the University of Moscow. Those acquainted with Tamara during her early years noted her existing mental disorders, and there are speculations of her being hospitalized for psychiatric treatment on at least 3 occasions. Following her graduation, she relocated to St. Petersburg, where she entered into matrimony with Alexei Samsonova. However, in 2000, Tamara's husband vanished under mysterious circumstances, leading to suspicions that she was responsible for his demise and the subsequent disposal of his body. Following her husband's mysterious disappearance, Tamara found herself unable to maintain her previous source of income and decided to supplement it by renting out a room within her apartment to tenants. Curiously, her nocturnal habits became the subject of neighborhood gossip. It was not uncommon to spot Tamara, clad in pajamas, strolling the city streets after dark. She frequently visited the market, returning in the early hours of the morning, attributing her nighttime outings to a preference for late-night dining. However, her interactions with neighbors became increasingly puzzling. She adamantly believed that each time she left her home, an intruder would sneak in, disarrange her belongings, and mutilate her clothing. When a concerned neighbor suggested involving the police, Tamara dismissed the idea, convinced that law enforcement could not resolve her peculiar predicaments. In March of 2015, the 68-year-old Tamara crossed paths with Valentina Nikolaevna Ulanova, a 79-year-old resident of her street. Initially, their interactions were amicable, marked by mutual visits. As Valentina approached her 80th year, she required assistance with daily tasks, particularly related to meals and personal hygiene. In a kind gesture, Tamara offered her aid during a period of building renovation, eventually taking up residence in Valentina's apartment for several months and contributing to household responsibilities. It was Natalia, a mutual friend of the elderly women, who eventually sounded the alarm. Concerned by the prolonged absence of Valentina, she attempted to contact her, only to be met with silence. Knocking at their door yielded no response, prompting a call to the police. Upon gaining entry to the apartment, the authorities confronted Tamara, who provided a bewildering and surreal account of events. When questioned about Valentina's whereabouts, Tamara claimed that one night, she had discovered her friend lying on the floor, and after briefly leaving the room to prepare tea, Valentina had inexplicably vanished. Security camera footage from their building captured Tamara descending the stairs, burdened with heavy bags. In July 2015, the arrest of Tamara came swiftly after the discovery of Valentina's severed head inside a pot. Tamara exhibited no resistance to her arrest, and shockingly, confessed to additional crimes. She chillingly explained that a dispute over unwashed glasses had escalated, leaving her with no alternative but to take Valentina's life. Upon returning to the city, Tamara purchased an Olivier salad, one of Valentina Ulanova's favorite dishes, and covertly laced it with a staggering 50 pills of phenazepam before serving it to her unsuspecting friend. For those unfamiliar, phenazepam is a medication used in the treatment of various mental disorders, including psychiatric schizophrenia and anxiety. Once Tamara had mercilessly dismembered the lifeless body, she proceeded to immerse Valentina's head into a bubbling cauldron, akin to a macabre soup preparation. The intentions behind this gruesome act remain a subject of speculation. Some believe that Tamara went to the extent of consuming fragments of her victims' remains, while others argue that the boiling served a darker purpose, to obliterate any semblance of identity by disfiguring the face. It was on Dimitrov Street, near a serene lake, where the decapitated body of Valentina Ulanova was discovered. Wrapped meticulously within a shower curtain, the package lay inconspicuous, evading the attention of passers-by for several days. It was not until an inquisitive local resident resolved to investigate the contents concealed within the ominous bag that the true horror was unveiled. The police delved deep into the recesses of Valentina's home, where they unearthed a trove of chilling secrets concealed within a series of diaries. These grim journals bore witness to over 10 lives extinguished at the hands of Tamara Samsonova. Within the pages, she meticulously chronicled the grim details of her murderous spree, sparing no horrifying particulars. Names of the victims, the gruesome methods she employed to end their lives, and the sinister fate that befell their remains. At first glance, it appeared to be an open and shut case, a nightmarish confessional etched in ink. Yet, lurking beneath the surface were enigmatic facets of Samsonova's narrative that confounded investigators to this very day. Her diary entries did more than just recount her heinous crimes. They hinted at a more sinister layer, a belief in the utilization of these murders for dark, occult rituals. As if to intensify the unsettling mystique, investigators stumbled upon a haunting revelation. Pages had been ripped from the diary, and chillingly, some of these missing sheets were discovered intermingled with the body parts of Volodya, one of her earliest known victims. These eerie connections to the occult cast a long shadow, earning her the moniker Baba Yaga in the Russian media, a reference to the potent, often malevolent figure from Slavic folklore. July 29, 2015, marked the day when Tamara Samsonova stood before the court, the abyss of her mind exposed to scrutiny. Subjected to a forensic psychiatric examination, the results, which emerged on November 26, 2015, bore a grim verdict. She posed a peril not just to society, but also to herself. Consequently, Tamara was confined to a specialized institution, awaiting the conclusion of the investigation. The unrelenting pursuit of justice continued as the police delved deeper into Tamara's involvement in a staggering 14 murders, spanning 2 harrowing decades. Among the horrors unearthed was the discovery of a man's torso concealed within the elderly woman's house. During police interrogations, Tamara's fragile grasp on reality wavered precariously. At times, she whimsically claimed to be a renowned dancer, only to pivot and assert herself as a formidable hotel manager. When questioned about her motive for taking Valentina's life, her response was shrouded in chilling pragmatism. It would buy her approximately 5 more months of respite before an inevitable claim to the coveted apartment from within her own family. For many, there exists an innate assumption of innocence when it comes to the elderly, a perception that they are harmless, benevolent figures. They are the grandparents who dote on their grandchildren, or the kindly neighbors who greet you with a warm smile and a wave as you pass by. In outward appearance, that was precisely who Tamara Samsonova seemed to be, which is why the revelation that she was not only a ruthless killer, but that her murderous spree commenced in her late 50s, sent shockwaves reverberating throughout the world. Perhaps it is this disquieting incongruity, the jarring contrast between the frail facade and the monstrous reality, that disturbs us most profoundly. What lies beneath the veneer of age and innocence is a question that continues to haunt our collective imagination. What are your thoughts on this unsettling tale? Feel free to share your perspective in the comments section below.